Hi, people. I'm back. Been a while. Get the camera set up here. Okay. Uh, have been in contact with you because I've been awfully busy. I got a bunch of things completed, and now I can get with you. Plus, I've been kind of waiting to hear things going on in our world, our government, stuff going on. If you guys remember, I told you something come out of my mouth about 5 years ago. It was about 4.5. I guess it's getting closer to 5 years now. It's going on 5 years. Where a bunch of things come out of my mouth about what's going to happen with the government. And I'm going to probably let some of it out now more than I did before, I think. Uh, I went, I started a Rumble channel because I thought I could put a lot of this stuff out and get it out in a timely fashion. I haven't been hitting Rumble because I make a video and it takes over a week, sometimes 2 weeks before they put it out because it has to be monetized. I don't know how to get around that, but that's what it says. So they hold the video for a while before all of a sudden, it's monetized, so we'll send it out. It's not timely to work like that. Some things I say need to be brought out right away, but I'm going to bring things out now and I might get shut down. But anyway, 4.5, 5 years ago, a bunch of things come out of my mouth, like I told you people before. All the corruption is going to be gone and the corrupt will be dealt with. Well, there's a lot of other things going on to go along with that. Right now, they're talking about bringing in a quantum system on the internet. And I don't know what it really amounts to. I know it's going to be all different. Supposedly Microsoft won't exist. Trying to think what else. There'll be a lot of things censored. I don't know if any of you ever listened to a guy named Dan Bongino, but they shut him down. They've taken his contract away for the things that he says. There's supposed to be a lot of things coming out about important things that are be brought out of paperwork that has been disclosed now to where it can come out. And a lot of people ain't going to look good. So they're going to try to shut all this down the best they can. Well, that's on them. Like I say, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I believe in what's right and what's wrong. That's that. Our freedom is right. Taking away our freedom is wrong. I didn't want this to be a political type video, but there ain't much happening with the Foots right now. I get very little from them. I'm at my shop right now. I hear them. They're here like always. They're always here at my shop. A few minutes ago, they was kind of loud. Then they got quiet, and they got kind of loud. Now they're quiet again. They're listening to what I'm saying. So anyway, things going on. They're talking about maybe shutting the whole internet off. I don't know, but that can't happen. Depends on who's doing what. But I don't know where this could go. I know if you say the wrong things on these channels, they shut you off. So I do my best not to say the wrong things. I predicted good things to come out in the end of this. It's going to be a rough road between now and the end. But the corrupt are being dealt with. The corruption is getting skimmed down quite a bit. If any of you keep up on the news of anything going on the Patriot channels and on YouTube or on the internet, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's big things happening. And I'm afraid it might cause me to, we'll be shut down. So what I'm trying to get across is when this thing turns to a quantum system, I'll do my best to get back on here and let you know what's going on with my Foots, my life with the Foots, which is really pretty good. One thing about the life with the Foots is there's some things being said by some certain people. I'm not mentioning no names, but it's like the humans of our breed and the humans of the Foots breed, which we're both humans. they're being put together a little better than they were in the past. It's like somebody's finally coming together we're getting closer together. It's like our breed is going to get to the point where the Foots are becoming more accepted. You hear all the time how all these people have all these sightings, but you don't ever hear of anybody getting hurt. You don't hear too much of that. People get scared and all that, but Foots don't hurt nobody. Once I believe, like I said, I try to get, my thing is I'd love to get them protected. I want to do a video with one of my clan. I haven't got permission to do that. But if I could do a video, I could go to Congress and say, hey, I'm representing these guys. How do you like it? Let's give them some play here and quit harming them. But that's going to come anyway, I believe, because from what I'm seeing, people are starting to realize, yeah, they're real. And they also have to realize, you ain't going to do nothing about it. They're here, and you ain't going to do a damn thing about it. They're here to stay. Here long before us. I've mentioned that in the videos. You're back here fighting dinosaurs for the aliens. And they're much more powerful than us, and we don't know how to deal with them. If you wanted to actually deal with them. The CIA, years and years ago, caught one, supposedly. They let him capture him, and he just showed them. You know, they had him in a room someplace, and all of a sudden, poof, he went away. And the CIA figured, well, how do you deal with that? You don't. So, anyway, they know their place, and the Foots are really being nice to us, whether you believe it or not. If there was one show on, I think her name was Mel K or something. She has a political thing on. She does, talking to some guy, and he talking about the Foots or something. And how did he say it? Oh man, I can't remember how it went. I'm sorry. I didn't get that right. But it's been talked about on some of these political things about the Foots, and you know, I know what he said. He said, from what he understands, one of these Foots could go around and just take out a whole city. Well, I don't know how far that would go, but I do know it wouldn't take many of them to wipe out a city. If that's what they wanted to do, they don't want to do that. They don't want to hurt nobody. They want left alone. They want left alone. And that guy, Owl Man or whatever he is, that's what he said the message was he got, that they want to be left alone. I've been saying this for years. Just leave them alone. And if that point gets across, like I think it's going right now, it's looking good for our human society to understand their human society and learn to leave them alone. And eventually, you know, it'd be your next door neighbor. You wouldn't think nothing of it. They're my neighbors. They're in my property. I don't think nothing about it. It's just part of my life. But I've never been scared by them. They've never done anything to me, which probably wouldn't affect anything anyway, because I'm not quite right about stuff like that. And I think that's part of why they come to me, because I have a guy named Travis that I talk to, that he's had him in his life for a long time. Travis from Texas. What I seen was a video. Travis from Texas. And it wasn't a video, it was a podcast. And he talks about his life with him. And he's out in Minnesota right now, and we're communicating and trying to get something worked out between us where we can bring more out about him. And Travis, he's really happy. He's happy with his Foots. I'm happy with mine. And I guess they're happy with me because they ain't run me off. They're here in my shop listening to me right now. And I know some of you people out there looking at me, they say, boy, that's one crazy old man, ain't he? Hey, say what you want. I live this, you know. And like I said before, no matter what I say, anybody wants to question what I say, get the polygraph out. I will do a polygraph for anybody. But you got to publicize the results and just show how stupid you are for doing it. But, yeah, I'm perfectly willing to do that. What's some of the other things I want to tell you about? Well, I'm getting lost here. I don't write nothing down. I just sit down here and when something pops up in my head, I'll talk to you about it and let you know what's going on. I sent a letter to Steve, another letter to Steve. He asked somebody, he brought something up on his show. Somebody wrote something in or something and about the Foots coming, going between trees and going into portals and stuff like that. He mentioned that on one of his later programs here. And I wrote him a letter and explained to him that at my house, where I had a portal, about a mile from my house, a guy had a critter. He always has had the Foots behind his property, on the backside of his property. And they used to come down to and shake his fence and stuff. He didn't have no problem with that. He knew what they was. But he had this other funny looking little thing came up to him one evening. It was under 6 foot tall. Had a head, a huge head with great big long teeth, sharp pointed teeth, not like a Foot's. And it walked up to him I guess he was standing on the porch, and it walked up and got in his face and growled at him. And wasn't long after that, he left. He could deal with the Foots, but he couldn't deal with this other critter, whatever it was. And he moved away. He moved away immediately. He left all his belongings. He left his house and just left. He went down to Kentucky or West Virginia or someplace. I don't know. His daughter told me about it, but she still lives around the area. But anyway, it scared him. He just ain't doing it no more. He left. And okay, that's about a mile from my house. But I wrote a letter to Steve and told him about that. So I figured if that critter's around there, it's probably come out of my portal with the Foots or whatever there is around that portal. And then one night, I think I talked about this before, me and Sharon come home and pulled up the driveway, and I got something running around my yard. I caught it. I kind of look at it. I said, what's that? It looked like a one-winged chicken, about tan color, the best I could tell. I couldn't see a head on it. It looked like a one-winged chicken running around my yard. And then I got out of the car, and I went to try to chase it down. It was about 2-3 foot tall. And I went around and tried to chase it down. Now, this is the time I had the portal at my house. It's not there now, but it was then. So I went and I chased it around the yard, and pretty soon it got over towards the portal. It's gone. It disappeared. And the question was on Steve's show was, if Bigfoot can get through those portals, why can't other creatures get through their portals? Other things come through that portal. They do. That's what I'm trying to tell people. There's other things that come through them portals. I don't know if anybody ever sees them, recognizes them, whatever, but I had the funny looking thing at my house, and I think my neighbor had one what he had probably come out of my portal. It wasn't that far away. So I would imagine they come out there. And I don't sit and keep, when a portal was at my house, I don't sit and keep a vigil on that portal. I don't watch it. I don't know what goes on. Things go in and out there, whatever they do, I don't know. Right there by the portal, I had an orb come down over my head one time and freak Sharon out. I'd never seen it. It was right over the top of my head, and it come down, got above me and disappeared. Big or yellow looking thing, she said. But that's where the portal was at the time. So it come down and went, poof, gone. Probably got about 10 feet above my head. She said it just disappeared. News to me, I didn't know it was above me. But these are things that come in and out of the portal. So for anybody that wants to know, yes, I did write Steve a letter and tell him about that. He wanted to know if anybody knew anything about it. I told him. Whether he'll read that letter or not, I don't know. But I sent it to him. Sent it to his email. ProGuide66 or something like that's what it is. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I just want to let you know that if this quantum system comes up, somehow I'll get to a video. So just don't, the internet goes off, YouTube goes off, don't forget about me. I'll find a way to get back to you because y'all need to hear what I have to say because there's more stuff coming. And I'm sorry it takes so long, but I've been busy. I mean, really busy. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching and following me, and hope to get more viewers and have more people following what's going on and have some faith in what I say. So I'm off here. Thank you much for watching. I'll post this as soon as I can get to the house. Thank you.